Welcome everybody to a special ultra long San Diego Comic-Con episode of Geekus Speakus, where we talk for like an hour on trailers. But that's not the reason I'm here. I'm gonna get a little heavy with you guys. But with the recent suicide of Chester Bennington, I want to remind everyone that there is hope. Someone does care, and it's not too late. Trust me, I know. I have constant dark thoughts. I deal with depression on almost a daily basis. I got depression, anxiety, all that crap. It sucks. I know. But please talk to someone. A friend, anyone. The Suicide Prevention Hotline. You can do a quick Google search for a local one. There's ones that you can text, and then there's the national US one. Sorry, outside the US, see my previous thing for the local ones. I just don't want to put 20 different numbers here. The number is 1-800-273-8255. Please, don't do anything rash. Somebody probably cares. You may think nobody cares. Someone does. And it's a permanent solution to what could possibly be a temporary problem. Please, if you are thinking, if you have suicidal thoughts, talk to a friend, talk to a loved one, call the Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. Yeah, sorry for the downer there. Also, due to the length of trailer talk, there will be no fuck you, fight me this week. Yeah, so enjoy the show. Hey, this is Brian.
And this is Dean.
And welcome to a special San Diego Comic-Con version of Geekus Speakus.
Yay!
This is going to be a long one, guys.
Woo!
So, we're going to be breaking format a little bit on this one. We're pushing our trailer talk towards the end, just because we have so many trailers to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, first things first, see any movies lately?
Well, I did see Spider-Man Homecoming.
So did I. What did you think about it?
I liked it, although it felt like a John Hughes movie, but it still was Spider-Man, so I kind of could get around that a bit.
I have some issues with it. Spider-Man felt really weak in this one.
I get that.
I'm wondering if it's like his powers are still developing, but even then they should have like mentioned something.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it was like a mental block because there's that scene where that thing's on top of him and he has to like work himself up to push it. But even then they should have like made it more focused. That and way too many people know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least it wasn't like the Raimi movies where a large group of people saw his face once a movie.
True.
And it wasn't just like 1 to 2 people where, the second movie was an entire train full of people. So
yeah.
At least they didn't do that.
But you know what? Regardless of everything, that is the coolest fucking Vulture I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, not even a long time. That's the coolest fucking Vulture ever. And I'm liking that the Spider-Man street-level villains they look like all their shit's cobbled together.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping happens is if they do more of them and we get the Sinister Six, what I want to happen is I want, like, Norman Osborn to show up and, upgrade all their equipment. Like, they'll have their movies where they'll have their, like, cobbled together look, and then, like, Norman Osborn shows up and is like, hey, I fixed your guys' equipment. It's all shiny and new.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I will say, though, I do have a few things I liked about it. Like, they skipped the origin story.
Yeah, that was nice.
By now...
We all know Spider-Man's origin story.
Yeah, by now, if you have not seen it, either from the 5 movies that come out over the years or the several decades of the comic books, people should know his story by now.
Speaking of origin stories for Spider-Man, that Uncle Ben died young.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
Yeah. It's I mean, I like the movie in general, and I'm looking forward, but this feels like a setup movie, kind of like how Thor was.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
to me, this was more enjoyable than Thor. Thor was like, it was okay, but at least I found moments like this is a good Spider-Man, and
Oh, and
go ahead.
go ahead.
I do what I like about Tom Holland. I was listening to Kevin Smith talk about this. I liked it. Is that he makes a good Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I know it's weird to say this, but the first Spider-Man, with what was his name? It was literally
Tobey Maguire?
yeah, Tobey Maguire was like 35 when he played Spider-Man, who was supposed to be 16.
Yeah.
He made a good Peter Parker because he was horribly awkward, but he wasn't a quippy Spider-Man. Very reserved, very quiet. Which
Andrew Garfield at least quipped. Yeah, Tom Holland didn't quip very much. And
Yeah.
that was a little annoying.
But
And you gotta have a quippy Spider-Man.
I couldn't get behind Garfield because he looked like a model for Abercrombie and Finch. He wasn't awkward. He was just kind of mopey.
Yeah.
So like Tom Holland, he looks like a teenager. Dude's only like 21, but he looks like a teenager, and he's quippy, and the character's awkward. So really, it worked out for me. He made a good Spider-Man and Peter Parker on like the last couple iterations.
A lot of my issues with this one are very nitpicky. I did realize that this MJ is an MJ because you got to remember back in the 60s, she was very counterculture. She was an artist, kind of thing, and so it feels like a modernization of that.
Yeah.
The Flash Thompson didn't feel quite jockey enough. I know they were going for like a rich kid instead,
Yeah.
but still, the real Flash Thompson would have beaten the crap out of all of them,
Well,
including that Flash Thompson.
I had a real complaint is that it feels like they mixed a bit of Peter Parker's origin, or his teenage years anyway, with a bit of Miles Morales, because Peter didn't go to a sophisticated high-tech high school for smart people. He went to
They
normal
totally did.
Yeah, they went to Queens High, but Miles Morales in the comic books actually goes to a tech high school full of smart people.
Also, they gave Peter Parker Miles Morales his best friend.
Yes, they just renamed him, but the character looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
In this one, they called him Ned. In Miles Morales' version, he's called Genki.
I mean, I enjoyed Ned. Ned was fun.
Yeah, I had no problem with Ned. I just like, you guys, you didn't, I mean, solid background, but I actually would like a Miles Morales Spider-Man sometime in the future. That's me personally, as a Spider-Man fan, but...
I could maybe. But at the end, anything with Michael Keaton in it was
Oh, yeah.
great.
I like that really tense scene. Spoiler alerts.
Oh, in the car
Yeah, well, like in the car.
where they both figure out who the other guy is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that was
fucking
good.
Oh, and that twist ending when it turned out, Liz. I think she was based off of Liz Allen. That's what I'm shooting
She's
for.
Liz Allen. She's
Yeah.
supposed to be Liz Allen, yeah.
Like that scene where they're at, when they find out that the Vulture is Liz's dad,
Yeah.
which they didn't really hint at all. They did a good job at hiding that, so I was really happy with that.
That was good.
Like you knew in the Raimi Spider-Mans who was the Green Goblin in any iteration that showed up. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't a build up. Even though they tried to put as many villains as they could into the third movie, but I liked that they hinted at it a bit, but they didn't give enough to give it away.
Yeah. So, any other thoughts on Spider-Man? Like, the Shocker was cool.
Yep.
I like the Vulture. There's a lot of stuff I'm nitpicky about on there, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to future Spider-Man renditions. I had to say Tom Holland, I thought, did a good job in this one. By the way, I don't know if we said this a few episodes ago, but he's going to be casted as young Nathan Drake in the upcoming Uncharted movies. Yeah.
Nifty.
So I'm looking forward to that too, because I'm a fan of the Uncharted series.
So I went and saw Dunkirk today.
And how was that?
Holy crap, that was a good movie. Like, it was tense throughout the entire thing. It's easily Chris Nolan's best movie, and it's honestly got to be one of the best World War II movies I've ever seen.
Okay.
Very little dialogue. It plays mostly on visual and the soundtrack, and it's telling 3 stories, one over the period of a week, one over the period of a day, and one over the period of an hour throughout the entire movie. And they go back and forth between each other. And there's parts where you can see like, oh, that's where that was happening in that scene, and that's what was happening on that scene. But it was like my body felt tense watching the entire thing. It was good.
Good.
Like, even if you're not big on World War II movies, if you're burnt out on them, I know a lot of people are.
That's me.
This is a good movie. Like, and it's a theater movie. It is definitely a theater movie. It's one that you need to have that surround sound pulse on you. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out. It looked pretty good. I mean, I'm a little burnt out on World War II movies, but it looked like it had a lot of good pacing and like it was intense. So I thought it'd be a good movie to watch.
Oh yeah, no, like even if you don't want to pay full price for, I would say pay full price. But if you don't want to because you're burnt out, go watch it on like a discount theater or something. Go watch it before it leaves theater, because holy crap, it's actually like, it's not just like a good war movie. It's a legit good movie. Like, this is honestly, I feel, one of Christopher Nolan's best movies.
Well, I mean, he has a history of making some pretty good movies, so I'm not entirely surprised that he's made another good movie.
So now that we got those out of the way, we got some news to cover.
Yes.
All right. So do you want to start?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go with the first one on our list here. I'm a little bit excited about this, but hesitant, as we talked about in the last episode. They're making a live-action adaptation, of One Piece.
Yeah, it honestly feels, I don't know. It feels, it's gonna be like those, the one, I think they did one for, Death Note. Death Note. They've done this before. They're usually Japanese. I'm usually not into them.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the same book. This one's actually going to be made by an American company, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I cannot remember the name of the company that is doing it. Let me pull it up real quick. But it's being made by an American company, and I'm looking forward to this, and I'm also not, because it has a bad background. Like, anime movies have generally not been good.
So part of me wishes they would just do the 4Kids one, so I can get the yo ho ho. He took a bite of gum gum. He's made of rubber.
Nobody smokes. They all have lollipops in their mouths. That's what's going on.
Yep, that's the one I want translated.
Let's see. It's gonna be.
Yo ho ho. He took a bite of gum gum.
It's going to be made by Tomorrow Studios. They're best known for the Prison Break series. So that's who's making. Yeah, it was confirmed by, I'm going to script the name, Eiichiro Oda, the original creator of the series, and it's going to be produced by Marty Adelstein. So it's going to be made by an American company. It'll probably. My guess it'll have a release date in Japan before anywhere else, obviously. But I do agree. It'd be kind of funny if they did the 4Kids version, like all the guns are pointed down or up instead of at people, because that's how that works.
Yeah. It's great. It is terrible, but it is great.
The next bit of news we have here is that they're making a Shazam movie. It's been confirmed.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be nice. Hopefully they'll learn their lessons from how bad Man of Steel, like the Batman v Superman was, and how good Wonder Woman was. So maybe we can actually get a good movie out of it.
Yeah, we'll get our own Superman substitute, because Man of Steel and it blew is what it did.
I enjoyed it, but at the end of the day, it wasn't very great.
Yeah. By the way, they're also working on a Black Adam movie to go with that.
That'd be cool.
I think the current person they believe is going to play Black Adam is going to be The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock. Like he a few years ago said he wanted to play Black Adam.
I mean, I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you there. I if he takes it seriously, I I don't know if you ever watched any of the later Need for Speed, no, not Need for Speed, excuse me, Fast and Furious movies. I don't feel like he takes that movie serious enough, but then again, the movie doesn't take the movie serious enough.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, like, but those movies aren't supposed to be serious. They're
No.
supposed to be kind of parodies.
Well, what's really dumb is in the upcoming movie, they're talking about going into space.
Which that sounds actually kind of awesome. So, speaking of superheroes, the next CW's DC animated series stars a gay superhero in the world where Nazis won World War II.
The Watchmen?
Freedom Fighters: The Ray. Features the first DC CW series to feature an openly LGBTQ lead character. It was a team called the Freedom Fighters. It's teamed up with Red Tornado, Black Condor, and Phantom Lady on Earth X, where the Nazis won World War II. So it's an animated series.
Oh, okay.
Well done. I mean, it could be interesting.
I had a lot of questions because, like, Red Tornado's like they've already brought him into the DC television universe. How are they going to bring that in?
And it's an alternate universe.
Yeah.
So that one's there. Let's see, what else do we got news-wise? The McDonald's has promised the guys from Rick and Morty a jug of Szechuan sauce. Stupid autoplay.
They got picked up quickly. It was like 2 months ago or something like that. Whenever that episode came out, and people they mentioned the Szechuan sauce, and now it's yeah, and people were started demanding Szechuan sauce. I'll be honest, I don't remember it because that's back in the like late '90s or something like that.
Yeah.
It was for the
and apparently Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland are going to record themselves trying it, whether it's good or bad.
That'll be interesting.
So, yeah.
This is a little off topic on that news. It's just something I thought was funny is that Disney was having a hard time finding an Indian actor for the live-action Aladdin movie.
Well, why are they looking Indian? It's Middle Eastern, guys, not Indian.
Yeah.
There's a difference between your cultures.
Well, yeah, like, don't ever call somebody from Pakistan from India. You may very well get punched. I thought it was kind of dumb because, at least from my experience, there are plenty of people they could have gotten Aladdin for.
Well, I mean, they finally did cast an Aladdin, and they did cast a really attractive Jasmine. So yeah. I'm looking at what the art stuff. George R.R. Martin says Winds of Winter may arrive in 2018 or early 2019. It's going to take forever, and then we got to wait another 10 years for, I think it's like The Rites of Spring is supposed to be the last one.
Yeah.
So they're delaying the Winds of Winter again.
Let's be honest. I mean, it's like Kingdom Hearts 3. There may or may not ever be another one coming out.
So here's what we need to do. We need to get the commissioner of the NFL super into the Song of Ice and Fire books, right?
Okay.
Get him caught up, super into it.
All right.
Get all the team managers caught reading these books and into it.
Uh-huh.
So when they get caught up and they're like, where's the next one? And we're like, well, George R.R. Martin hasn't wrote in it. Why hasn't he wrote in it? Because he's too busy watching football. Because that's his entire blog is just him talking about football. He's a huge, I think, I want to say Cardinals fan. I want to say he's an Arizona fan, but he might not be.
Oh, okay. I have to say that's not a fucking excuse. Like, I haven't been reading the Fire and Ice series, I'll be honest, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm such a big.
Oh, they're good.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm a big football fan. It's like, yeah, for half of the year, there's still the other half of the year where nothing's going on.
I'm sure he's doing other things, but I'm thinking if you cancel football, it'll speed him up because he's a huge football fan, and be like, well, where's the next? Well, he's gotta that, and so maybe if we can get them to read it and them to work with us, we can get him to finish his books. When the whole NFL is like, hey, finish your book.
Like maybe if someone gives him a jersey, like I don't know, Peyton Manning or some shit, he'll finally start working on his books.
So let's see, what else do I have? There's some toy releases from Comic-Con. Oh, those are cool. There's some Spider-Man Legends toys that look super cool. One of them is the Spider-Punk.
Oh yeah, from that it's very like Orwellian. What's the term? Anarcho-capitalist universe. Where it looks like Spider-Man with a vest and spikes on his mask.
Just kind of looking through this. Some good looking Marvel toys coming out from there. I'll have to wait till next one before I can actually look at all the toys that got announced at San Diego Comic-Con, because sometimes you get some really good ones.
Well, yeah.
I'm not even sure what the Transformers exclusive was.
Well, I mean, even as we're recording, San Diego Comic-Con's still going on, so there's probably gonna be more stuff out there.
It's gonna end in like 2 minutes.
Fair enough.
There's stuff afterwards. I think they still do panels till like late at night, but I think the hall ends at like 6. So, let's see here. The Magician, something. I know people who watched that. I couldn't get into it.
Oh, dude, I love it. It's like if you took Narnia and Harry Potter and then just made everything adult.
I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it.
You got to get through like the first half of season 1, because the first half is mostly just a long explanation of everything.
I do like bees, though. Any guy who controls, like, bees is always my favorite. So, bee control is one of my favorite powers. Next to chronomancy, it's probably bee control.
Nice.
It goes chronomancy, bee control, probability control.
Oh, man, and you must have been a fan of the original BioShock games. Bee control.
Oh, yeah. No, that was the best power. Frank Miller is doing a Superman Year One. However, Frank Miller's gone batshit insane, so I doubt this will be any good.
He's been batshit insane since the 80s, so I'm not surprised.
Well, the thing is Batman Year One was at least decent. Dark Knight Returns was okay. But he's gone over the deep end, and so I am not holding my breath on that. Let's see, what else do I have on the news? A Welsh animator did a Archer Bob's Burgers crossover, but unlike Bob's Burgers being in the Archer art style, it's Archer in the Bob's Burgers art style.
Yeah, I think I saw that the other day. That was pretty funny.
That actually looks pretty good.
It's funny, too, because Bob and Archer are voiced by the same person.
H. John Benjamin.
Yeah, H. John Benjamin. And, he's done a lot of things, but those Like, I loved Archer. I'm not really into Bob's Burger, but Archer is a really funny series.
Oh, I enjoy both of them.
So that was a pretty funny thing to watch.
Oh, this one's exciting. Going to the superheroes again. Captain Marvel will be fighting Skrulls in the 90s in a movie. There's a big thing on this movie, just from that headline alone.
Yeah.
The fact that Marvel has the Skrulls again.
Yeah.
They didn't have the copyright of the Skrulls for the longest time. That's why we had the Chitauri instead. So now that we have the Skrulls, holy crap, that's
what?
That works.
Who had the Skrulls? I don't.
Fox.
But Fox never used them.
No, they didn't. But they're part of the Fantastic Four movie rights.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why would... And then you don't bring it... But you brought in Galactus? What, so why would you... Moving on.
Yeah. So maybe maybe this will be a transition to... because Marvel and Sony are already working together. So maybe this will be either them getting the rights back from Fox or them working together. So that'd be cool either way.
I have a, question here is why does no one remember the Skrulls? Because the first hero in the Marvel universe was Captain America, and then basically nothing until 2008, and then we're just getting Carol Danvers in the 90s, and no one fucking remembers her for some reason.
Well, there was also heroes in the 60s. It could be covered up because remember when Ant-Man, Hank Pym was operating in the 60s.
True, but he was doing
So-
like special op shit for the United States.
That
So I'm not
might
surprised
be the
about him.
case. She might be. Well, remember the scroll's shape change,
Right.
and Captain Marvel is a space-bearing thing. So maybe nobody like knew this happened.
Yeah.
And that's my guess.
Now, I said this, but I'm not 100% sure. Are they doing Carol Danvers? Or
Yes.
okay, so they're not doing the original, they're doing the current.
Yeah, they're
Captain.
doing Carol Danvers. Let me see here. There's there's apparently a backdoor pilot to some Supernatural thing. I don't really watch Supernatural, so I know everyone else I know watches it. I just never got into it.
I'm horribly behind, but more or less, there's going to be a spin-off series based off of two of the series' most like fan favorite characters besides Sam and Dean. So this will be interesting because they have 13 seasons of Supernatural, and not a single spin-off has come off of this, which doesn't sound weird, but anybody who watched like 70s, 80s, and 90s TV, spin-offs were super common. Anything,
Yeah.
like Friends had like a spin-off, which was weird. Everything had a spin-off. So it's, there hasn't been a spin-off series in a while.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. An image of a rocket shooting off into space from space.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna send it to you real quick.
All right.
It was after that Fukushima robot. So yeah, there's a little thing that I thought was cool. They've got pictures from the inside of the Fukushima reactor. And those are kind of nifty. I like seeing that kind of stuff, just because it's stuff that you couldn't see without dying.
Right. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's the downside with the destruction it does to the local ecosystem, but it's cool to see what does happen.
Hey man, nuclear power is has the highest energy output with the least amount of environmental impact.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying anything against it per se. It's just when it caused a situation like this where they had not a full-on meltdown, obviously, because nothing blew up like Chernobyl, but enough where it started leaking, then it becomes a problem. Some people were expecting foul play in that case. Like
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but it's a cool video. So some other things that I want to kind of talk about real fast. Evo was a week or so ago. That's like the big fighting game tournament thing, and they have like a ton of announcements. So a couple excitement ones is they showed more of the Dragon Ball Fighter Z with a Trunks reveal. There's another third-party fighter in Tekken 7 with Geese Howard from Fatal Fury, I want to say. I think it's Fatal Fury. He's a SNK one, and there's like 3 different SNK fighters. So
right.
But he looks super cool. Throw him alongside Akuma. I honestly got hard watching it. Yeah, he's from Fatal Fury.
Okay.
Predictable.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I know what you're talking about.
And then in the next Street Fighter 5 thing, Skullomania's back. So do you know who Skullomania is?
I do not.
He's some dude who dresses up in a skeleton costume and fights crime. He's basically like a low grade Kamen Rider kind of deal. It's great.
Okay then.
Yeah. Let's see. What other new stuff do we have to bring up before we get into trailer talk? That's right. So, I don't know. Have you been keeping up with the DuckTales trailer stuff? Because that new DuckTales looked pretty good.
I have not been keeping up as much as other people. I didn't really grow up on it because I had public access television. So
okay. So there's that. Those are looking really good. Blah blah blah. Oh, so they're showing more stuff for Kingdom Hearts 3 with there's a Toy Story World.
Yep.
That looks interesting.
Yeah. And the official release date for next year. I mean, I doubt it, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Oh, I'll get to that one in just a moment. One other one. There's the first Pokemon Go event in Chicago, and it's plagued by issues.
I'm not surprised. I'm still surprised that people are still playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, I'm still playing it. It's they've released it every so often. They with the event, the first two legendaries have been released. Articuno, who is my favorite legendary bird,
Okay.
and Lugia are the catchable legendaries right now.
Okay.
There's those. The Oh, but they're having some issue. They were having huge connectivity issues. People weren't able to connect, and all sorts of crazy crap that was happening over there. So hopefully next time they do one of these, they can do it a little better.
Yeah.
And then go ahead.
Well, I'll say is I still got that news. I told you I have not told you of what's in the news, but I have two articles for you. I wanted to run them by you.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna go into the first one just because I love to call people out on their pseudoscience bullshit. Okay, so you're probably familiar with the actress Gwyneth Paltrow, right? Like she played Pepper Potts. Yeah,
She wants to put She's telling you to steam your vagina.
yeah. And jade eggs in women's vaginas. There's more. It gets dumber. So she has a lifestyle blog called Goop, which apparently she doesn't like monitor at all, which is fucking stupid. Anyway, she tried selling a set of stickers to women that let's see if I can put it in the way they put it. It helps their body vibes. Yeah, it's made from a carbon material. These are stickers, by the way. A carbon material that's supposed to that NASA uses to rebalance their energy frequencies in their bodies. Specifically, they say that they use it in astronaut suits in order to check their vitality, their health while out in space. NASA responded to this by saying, and let's see if I can find the exact quote here. Wow, what a load of bullshit this is.
That's pretty good. Sweet, I found the toy lists.
Nice. More or less, NASA says they don't use a carbon-like material in their spacesuits. It's mostly a combination of, let's see if I can pull it up here, are actually made of a synthetic polymer, spandex, and other materials that serve a purpose beyond making the wearer look a resident of a Nightmare Coachella. It contains no carbon. If they were to add carbon, it's just so that to reinforce the suit. They don't use it at all. By the way, these stickers were worth a whopping $120.
What?
Since called out, Gwyneth Paltrow has removed it off of the website. But yes, that was something that has happened recently. I thought that was fucking stupid.
That's ridiculous. What's the other thing?
Okay, so they announced earlier this month of who was going to be inducted into the 2018 Hollywood Walk of Fame, right?
Oh?
So I wanted to run a few of these by you and see if you think the person actually deserves it. Just some ones I think we both know.
So, go ahead. Did you know you can get onto the Walk of Fame just by paying money?
Yeah, it's like you need
Okay.
one SAG recommendation, like $10,000.
Yeah.
That's all you need. But some of the names on there were Steve Irwin from the Crocodile Hunter.
Oh, he's totally worth it.
Yeah, and way too fucking late in my opinion. He's been in for what, like 6 years now, 9 years. Come on, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony
No,
Anderson.
more than that. Way more than that. He died when I was in high school, and I've been out of high
yeah.
school for 10 years.
Yeah.
I think he died my sophomore year? No, my junior year. Junior or sophomore year. So it's been over 10 years since he died.
Yeah. Come on, people. That's something you could have done years ago. Anthony Anderson, you might know him from, like, if you ever seen Barbershop or Blackish, the show on ABC.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Linda Carter.
Oh, yeah, no, totally Linda Carter.
Simon Cowell.
For what he did with TV, even though I wasn't into the show, yeah.
All right.
Oh, and also he was a music producer. He was a huge music producer. So yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, he did. It was a lot into like he's the one who helped One Direction. I mean, I hate the band, but obviously they were successful, and he knew what he was doing with them.
I think he also did the Spice Girls.
Yeah. Also, Mandy Patinkin. That one's pretty good.
Okay, yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't already on there.
Yeah, same here. Other artists include Jack Black,
Yeah, it's fine.
Kirsten Dunst,
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum.
Wait, he wasn't on there already?
I know. I thought I was going to get that in like the late 90s, but apparently he's just getting it now.
Huh.
Let's see here. Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
Minnie Mouse. Which is stupid.
They've done other fictional characters. I think Mickey Mouse is on there. Kermit the Frog is on there.
Fictional characters should not be on the Walk of Fame. I'm just saying.
But the thing is you got these fictional characters who have a personality beyond their voice actor. Tell me who's the current voice of Mickey Mouse?
I couldn't tell you who voiced Mickey Mouse at this point. It's been
exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly. It's the character that is important, not who voices them.
Fair enough.
So that's fine. Anyone else?
Zoe Saldana. She was she's Gamora.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
This is the last one of the actors, at least as ones that have caught my interest, and I thought he should have gotten this years ago. Mark Hamill.
Really?
Yeah, Mark Hamill's not on it.
Mark Hamill wasn't on there?
No, he's getting he'll be inducted next year, which I thought, why the fuck was he not on it already? Then they go ahead. They do have a few musical artists as well, like Lin-Manuel Miranda, who made
Okay. Yeah. Hamilton.
Yeah, he made Hamilton. He also made another really popular rap play, but I honestly can't remember the name of it right now. But it was not as popular as Hamilton, but still pretty popular. Snoop Dogg.
Really? Snoop Dogg wasn't on there already?
I know, I'm the same way.
Snoop to the D-O-double-G?
Yeah. Him and Ice-T.
Huh.
Yeah. Carrie Underwood. I'm not a country person, but she's been around for.
I'm not a fan of her. I have issues.
Yeah. Let's see. The last one on the list I think really stood out to me, at least, was Weird Al Yankovic, which
he wasn't on there.
I know, right?
How does that happen?
Look, dude, I'm in the same boat. I was like, why are you not already on this list? Weird Al's been around since like the 70s and has made a ton of fucking hits. Like, not Detroit Fun, not his last album, but it was Alpocalypse. Actually got a platinum record.
Yeah, he's Weird Al. Who doesn't know Weird Al Yankovic?
I know, right? Just trust me, I'm in the same boat. I was like, why are you not already on there? The last one, it was the late comedian Bernie Mac.
Okay, Bernie Mac wasn't bad. I liked Bernie Mac.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. It was only like I'll admit there's only a few movies I really really liked that he was in, but yeah, he does deserve it, so I have no problem with that.
He also died like super suddenly, like
yeah,
it was like unexpected.
So there are of course other inductees, but yeah, that was the one that those are the ones that make notice to me. That's why I noticed. So, some of the people I thought could do it. I like Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I think he was still a little too early in his career for him to get it now.
So I've got like two other things of news before we get into trailer talk.
Okay.
The Gotham by Gaslight, Suicide Squad, and Death and Return of Superman are DC's next animated movies.
Yes, and I think it's really interesting that they're going back to the Gaslight universe.
That would be a cool one.
Yeah.
And Death and Return of Superman are an amazing story.
Yeah. So this will be interesting.
That, and I got one more piece of news. I think for now, I'm sure there's a shit ton of stuff we missed because, Comic-Con and all that crap.
Yeah.
The 13th Doctor.
Yes, the first female Doctor Who.
So here's the thing. What is your opinion on I'm glad they have a female Doctor Who, but apparently people are like, here's something I've come to realize, and some other people are talking about it. I don't think a lot of people are upset that she's a woman. I think we're getting more people. We're getting a ton of people responding to a few people, and it's making it look like there's a ton of people who are upset.
I think it's honestly just, and I hate to say this because I'm pretty big nerd myself, but it's a bunch of people sitting in their basements, slamming their fists on keyboards, wearing their fedoras.
Well, no. I don't think it's a bunch of people. I think it's like maybe like 5 people
like
who are generally upset, but those 5 people are getting pointed out, so we have
Yeah.
like 1,000 people who are responding to those 5 people. So you're getting like, because I've only seen like maybe like a handful of people who are upset that it's a woman, but
Yeah.
I've seen a crap ton of people who are upset that somebody's upset. And yeah, I get it, you're upset, you're upset, but it's making it look like more people are upset than it actually is.
Yeah, I'll give you that. This could just be like a 4chan message board where people are upset or something. But I was like, look, I'm not like a Doctor Who fan or Whovians. As
I
I told
haven't,
them.
I haven't watched Doctor Who in a while.
I'm not. I will admit I'm not one. So I generally don't try and give my full opinion on something that I'm not participating in myself. But it's if you follow the lore of Doctor Who, it is entirely possible for the Doctor to be a woman.
Oh, they set it up with the whole Missy thing in the last season before last.
Something like that.
But I think this is what's going to happening. I've noticed it a while ago, but I'm noticing it more. I think that it's not actually a ton of people are upset. It's just a couple people who are like vocal about it, and then it's getting spread to people, and it's the response. You're basically feeling the trolls.
Dude, let me tell you, I actually saw this on the news the other day. I don't know which Doctor offhand, but he's a former actor who played Doctor Who. He said, and I kid you not, that the problem with this new Doctor is it doesn't give boys a hero to look up to.
We got plenty of those.
Yeah,
I know some people feel differently, but I got plenty of those, and I like strong female heroines.
no, I'm in the same boat.
And you know what I want to see? So somebody responded like, no, they want an all female cast. They want a female companion. They want a female doctor. I'm like, no. Don't do that. Here's what you do. You have the female doctor, and you have a male companion. And you have the male companion doing all the companion stuff. The falling in love with the doctor, the having to be rescued, have the male companion play the damsel in distress. That will be great. And it'll piss people off who are legitimately angry about the casting.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be hilarious because there's always get somebody bitching about change, especially change they don't want. And I think this is ridiculous. Like I said, I'm not a Doctor Who fan or Whovians or whatever they call themselves. I once saw hooligans, which I thought was interesting, but I don't see the big deal here. I mean, it's just from an outside observer. I don't really care. This is fine.
Yeah, and I'm all for it. It's not my fandom, but I'm all for it.
Yeah. I think we're on to trailer talk now, aren't we?
Oh yeah, this trailer talk is triple wide.
Oh.
It's triple long. Double wide, double long.
They just need to call this MovieCon at this point because they release more trailers than do any other news.
They got that. They got a ton of toys too, but
I will say that. Go ahead.
I don't know how interested you are in these toys. I mean, I think these are pretty cool, but yeah, trailers.
Well, there's one last bit of news. This was just I am excited for. I forgot to mention this, so sorry. I know you're not a fan of Pathfinder, but next month they'll be releasing Starfinder, which is the space version of Pathfinder. I'm excited about that.
So I've got a list of the movies in an order.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and start with the first one.
Go for it.
Ready Player One.
How to put this? It looks good, and I saw.
I don't know anything about it.
Me neither, honestly. This is new to me. It looks like they tried to do a kind of like Gamers. I don't know if you ever watched that movie.
It's apparently based on a book. Also, holy shit, the Iron Giant. Did you see the Iron Giant in the trailer?
Oh, dude, I saw.
Holy shit, the Iron Giant.
They had the Iron Giant. Freddy was in the scene. Like, if you watch the trailer, it was like for like a split second.
There's a DeLorean. I think I saw Batman for a second. Settings. So I'm looking at the wiki of the book. The year is 2044. The world is in an energy crisis. Basically, everyone escapes into a virtual world. In a virtual society. It's like a post-apocalyptic, it's like a dystopian future, but everyone is in like a video game kind of world thing.
Right.
So I don't know the actual thing about it. I've heard good things about the book. I don't know. I might pick up the audiobook at some time. Hey, the shill this week is I use Audible. It's pretty great.
We're not officially sponsored, but Audible. Just saying, if you have it, we're definitely interested.
Hey, Audible, you should sponsor us. I use you. You're great.
Yeah. We show it quickly, don't worry.
But yeah, so I might actually pick that up for my next book, 'cause that trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next trailer. Thor Ragnarok, the second trailer, or next trailer of Thor Ragnarok. Excuse me.
Well,
So,
I will start by saying that you were right. She was Hela. That lady.
told you.
They even name her in the trailer. And I am still looking forward to this. They have not done anything yet to warn me off.
So we've seen in here Scourge, the Executioner. That's that dude that's by Hela.
Okay.
Fenrir, the wolf. That's that giant wolf he fights. And fucking Surtur. Fucking Hulk versus Surtur? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it definitely looks like a Planet Hulk meets Ragnarok. And I think my favorite line on the trailer is the, so we fought? Yeah. Who won? I did. That doesn't sound right. I mean, it looks good. I'm excited for it.
What I was surprised about, just because I didn't think they were going to do it, they actually had Hulk talking at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
It's Hulk level intelligence where he's just saying, like, sub-sentences broken English, but still, it's like, Hulk really like fire, that, you know. So, but yeah.
Oh, you like Hulk raging fire. You, Thor, smoldering fire.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Honestly, I am still waiting for this. This is gonna be a good movie, at least what it seems like.
Oh, keeping on Marvel, the leaked Infinity War trailer. Did you see that? It wasn't very good quality, but two things. There was a clearly Miss Marvel in one of the scenes.
Oh, nice.
And fucking Thanos. The entire trailer is just we can't really hear it over the people cheering because it's like shitty cam. But you can see Miss Marvel, and you can basically see hear Thanos boasting and about to bring like the pain down on the Avengers.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering in Infinity War if they're gonna bring in some of the street heroes from Netflix, like Luke Cage, because Duke can take a punch.
Yeah. So let's keep on the Marvel. In Humans trailer 2, it actually looks a little better than the last one. We got Medusa's hair moving. You get a better feel of it. You get to see the other Inhuman royal family and royal guard people like Karnak and Gorgon and stuff.
Yep.
There's definitely a crystal in there. I love the scene where Black Bolt is about to talk and Maximus freaks out.
Yeah.
Because if you know what Black Bolt's power is, right?
It's been a while, but isn't it he shoots lightning?
No, his voice is destructive.
Oh,
like a whisper
right.
is enough to like blow the Hulk away.
I don't know why I forgot about that. He's literally the literal leader of the Inhumans, and that he can't speak because of his abilities.
It does look a little unfinished. Hopefully they'll put more life into Medusa's hair.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. Keeping on those Defenders.
Yes. I didn't really care for Iron Fist, honestly. It was
okay.
It was okay. But Defenders, it looks like it will redeem their current Danny Rand, in my opinion.
Yeah. Supposedly, Punisher's supposed to be in there too.
Yeah.
It wasn't in that trailer, but there was another trailer that got released. And it's cool. There's the obligatory hallway fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can finally defeat the Hand and we can get away from the Hand.
Please step away from the Hand.
I've got Deadpool 2 on here. There wasn't a very big trailer.
It was still funny to me, though. Hey, nice outfit. Shut up, Stanley.
I'm excited for... I want Cable in there.
Yeah.
Apparently he's been cast as Josh Brolin, who's also playing Thanos.
Yeah.
So that's cool, and I love Cable and Deadpool. I'm not a big Deadpool by himself fan. I feel he gets tiring, but Cable and Deadpool is great.
I like Deadpool, but not as a hero or anti-hero, whatever you want to call him, or for his comic books. It's just he's funny. That's it.
He needs a straight man to play off of. That's why the best
Yeah.
character in the Deadpool movie was Colossus.
Real? Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah, if you're talking about Joe, I was like Spider-Man. I love the crossover series they did between Deadpool and Spider-Man.
X-Men Gifted.
Yep. I'm not actually. Was there a comic based off this originally, or is this just kind of like
Not really.
kind of a spin-off?
It looks like Heroes meets X-Men, but it does have Polaris.
Yeah.
Lorna Dane, who is apparently Magneto's actual only child because they retconned Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Yeah, but they did that years ago, like many, many years ago.
No, they did it years ago and then brought it back, and then it did it recently.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Just make up your mind, Marvel.
Yeah. Let's see here. I guess one more superhero thing. We've got
Justice League.
Justice League. How do you feel about it?
It has me interested enough to watch it.
I guess that's the same. I'm a little annoyed by the ton of slowdown in the trailer.
Yeah. It's look, I have not been a big DC movie fan because a lot of them have been, well, shit. But Justice League at least looks promising. That's all I have to say about that. It looks promising. So
go ahead.
I was just saying, it's something I'm not going to look forward to it, but I may actually watch it in theaters when it comes out. That's all I got to say on that.
So a couple things on there. There was a Penguin reference. Did you get that?
Yes, I did. Actually, I think it was the Tim Burton Penguin reference because they talk about the
Exploding penguins.
Exploding penguins, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't use "Born to Be Wild" as the soundtrack. Do you know why?
Why is that?
You know why, right? So the villain in there is Steppenwolf. Do you know who did the song "Born to Be Wild"? The band Steppenwolf.
Okay, yeah, you got your point there. That makes a lot of sense.
They should have totally done "Born to Be Wild" as like the trailer soundtrack.
That would
have worked great.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping we get Darkseid, like, or at least a cameo of Darkseid, because Steppenwolf is Darkseid's son.
Right.
And the other one on there is Superman was a beacon of hope. And it's like, what movie? No, he wasn't. Not in these movies.
Not in these movies.
Like,
no.
yeah, in comics and stuff, yes, he totally was.
Yeah.
Superman is a beacon of hope, but not in these movies. You didn't set that up right, guys. You set that up terribly.
Yeah. I had to say that I do like at the end of the trailer they brought in somebody, but they didn't do it from the person's aspect, but they did it from Alfred's aspect. And like, oh, it's about basically it's like, oh, I see you've comments. Let's hope it's not too late. I was like, that's probably Superman, but at least they didn't literally spoil it.
Let's see here. What else do we got? There's the It trailer. It doesn't look great.
No. I mean, I get what they're going for with it. He looks like a Victorian clown sort of thing. I have to say though, I'm so far not feeling sorry for the kids. That honestly, at one point I actually laughed because you got that scene. We got the paper boat going down the gutters, you know, the floor level gutters, and the kid hits himself against the road sign. I laughed. I'm not a parent, so maybe that's just me, you know, me as a normal guy. But I laughed. I was like, I don't care if these kids die, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's not great. Let's see, what else do we got?
Got Bright, if you want to go ahead.
Oh, I'll give them one. Do you have anything else to say about it?
Not really, honestly.
Okay.
I like Stephen King's work in general, but it was not one of my favorites. I preferred The Shining, honestly.
Oh, I enjoyed The Shining too, but The Shining, I like the one that I like the one done by Stanley Kubrick, which apparently Stephen King doesn't like.
I don't like that one either, actually, because
that was a good movie. The other one's terrible.
They did like the ABC miniseries that they did was closer to the books.
Yeah, it was closer to the book, but it was not good. And apparently that just means the book wasn't that great.
Also, like
Kubrick, fight me.
Yeah. Also, Kubrick hated King, by the way. Like
but Kubrick is the greatest, one of, if not the greatest director of the 20th century.
I will say that, yeah, he is a really good director. It has a huge attention to detail. And while he was really into not special effects, practical effects too, which I
He's in
appreciate.
practical effects, and sometimes when you're making an adaptation, you cut things. Like, I know people get upset when there's not a 1-to-1 ratio on the book to the movie, but sometimes there's shit in the books that it's like, this doesn't work.
Yeah, I give leniency towards book movies, but it's just like they cut a lot of stuff in the original Kubrick movie that made you feel more bad for both the child and the father that was in the book. And when I watched the Kubrick version, I was like, why should I care either of these people live?
Oh, it's just yeah, but oh, apparently the outside of the Overlook Hotel is on Mount Hood, which is visible from Portland.
Ah,
Yeah, not the inside, but the outside of it.
yay.
So that's cool. So we should continue with movies before we get on to the TV show ones.
Right.
You wanted to talk about Bright.
Yes. I have been a Will Smith fan for many years now, although I didn't like After Earth.
I like. Oh well, that's Scientology propaganda.
Yeah. And it was like M. Night Shyamalan's worst bit of work, which
He's actually doing a little better now.
I know, and like he's been doing it better lately, but there's been a good solid like 20 some odd years. No, not 20. It's like maybe like 13 some odd years, where his movies have just been terrible. Like there was Avatar, which was terrible, and then After Earth was terrible. It just
Devil was hilarious.
okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But this movie looks kind of good. It's kind of like if you took
No, you know what it reminds me of? This is totally D20 modern Urban Arcana.
yeah.
This is literally Urban Arcana.
Yeah, which I can get behind that. Or Shadowrun is another comparison you might do if you. Yeah.
Shadowrun is a more modern, is one more people nowadays would know, but it's basically a Beyond the Veil. The veil kind of got broken kind of deal where like the fantasy races are in modern times. So Will Smith is a cop teaming up with an orc. There's apparently a magic wand and some like elf gangsters or something.
Hey man, I get high some elf gangsters. I mean, I couldn't take them seriously because if you read D&D lore, they're really not that much of a badass. But they're kind of
It was still pretty cool. It looks like okay, I've got that one, I got that one. So yeah, no, that looks actually kind of fun. I'm totally into that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I just wish they are not going to wait till the 22nd to release it. It's Netflix. They could release it next month. Unless they're not done filming it, they could release it next month. It's not like it's releasing in theaters. So I don't see the point in that.
And then you got Kingsman 2, another Kingsman 2 trailer. That still looks super fun. And I still need to see the first one.
I like that part where towards the end of the trailer is like, how very American. And Chen's like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what was it? The guy pulls out the parachute and it's the American flag and
oh, dude, it's hilarious. I like the first movie, and so far, Kingsman 2 looks like it's gonna be great.
So Kingsman 2 looks pretty fun. The Disaster Artist.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
And this is done by a group who's like they're known for like Pineapple Express, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
And if you know anything, I fucking love. Like the book was great. I love The Room.
Yeah. And
if you've seen The Room, it's based on the book about the making of The Room.
Yes. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this because like that, the movie was so terrible, but like terrible in a good way.
Oh yeah.
And it's like they got James Franco to play Tommy Wiseau. I'm gonna screw up his last name, but
Tommy Wiseau.
Thank you, Tommy Wiseau. And he actually kind of looks like him, which I thought was weird.
But yeah, no, that looks. It's just them trying to record the. I did not hit her. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. God, if you haven't seen The Room, go watch The Room. Like, seriously. What are you doing listening to us? Go watch the fucking Room.
2 episodes, people. 2 episodes. Pause us. Go watch The Room. Come back. We'll wait.
Let's see what other one on there. Oh, I could have done. Damn, I missed a good transition there. The Death Note trailer 2. I don't like Light. I didn't like him in the anime either.
In no iteration have I liked Light. In this
The
one,
Ryuk looks good.
yeah. But honestly, it's just I hate Light. I hate Light Yagami in the anime. I hate him in the manga, and I'm gonna hate him in this series. The guy's a douche.
Ryuk looks good, and I would just want to. I'm hoping they do the scene of, and then I take a potato chip and eat it.
I wonder if they're gonna talk about the seldom mentioned eraser that allows you to bring somebody back from the dead.
Oh yeah, that one, which I think was only in the. It wasn't actually part of the Death Note that most people Death Note.
Yeah.
It was basically the Death Note pilot manga.
Yeah. It was originally part of it. He can bring somebody back to life by erasing their name out of the Death Note, and I was like, yeah, of course they're not gonna mention that because that ruins the fucking point.
So before we get on the next one, I'm looking at the Hasbro Comic-Con exclusive toys.
Okay.
Right now, right?
All
So we've got a couple GI Joe ones that look pretty cool.
Okay.
One for the IDW Revolution, which is basically the huge crossover of all the Hasbro properties that IDW owns.
Yeah, what was it? Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe and all that.
Not Masters of the Universe. Masters of the Universe is not owned by Hasbro.
Oh, okay.
But like G.I. Joe, Micronauts, Transformers, Mask, things like that.
Gotcha.
Looks like there's a couple Optimus Primes. There's a set of Thor figures. A really high-end Daredevil. There's a Luke Skywalker with his land speeder and his cloak and stuff from New Hope. But the coolest one, in my opinion, is the Thrawn, which comes with the box turns into a diorama where he has a bunch of trophies put up.
Nice.
And that one looks super cool. It's the black line, the Star Wars black line, so it's the higher end posable ones, and it's the Thrawn one. And it looks like he has a clone helmet, a Jedi protector mask, a lightsaber, some statues. It looks really cool. So I just wanted to get that out of there. There's a ton of toys that got announced on here. I am really into some of them. I really wish I did more toy collecting so I can talk more about this, but I don't. I just can't afford. I don't have. You know what? I can afford it now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the room for it.
Fair enough.
So, fucking Nickelodeon. The Nickelodeon trailers.
Yes. I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to, and this has been announced, the Rocko's Modern Life movie. Yay!
Holy shit. Oh my god, I never realized I needed something that badly in my life
Right.
until I saw that trailer. I saw that trailer, I'm like, I didn't realize I needed this. Oh, where has this been?
Oh, dude, it looks so funny, especially since it was a very self-aware situation, but it wasn't self-aware in a dumb way. And I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be a good movie.
And also a Hey Arnold movie.
Yeah, which I thought was interesting because the series.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting Rocco either.
Well, true enough, yeah. I'll be honest. This is a long time coming because the last episode Harold aired many years ago, and it ended the series on a cliffhanger with a Peter Parker-like backstory to the main character.
My comments on this seeing the trailer is, man, the voices are off.
Yeah.
But they actually used kids and stuff to voice it, so that's to be expected.
Yeah.
And hey, Stoop Kid. Fucking love Stoop Kid.
Right?
I can what did he say? He didn't say assault, but it's I can assault people on my stoop and off my stoop.
Yeah. That was fantastic. I liked that.
That was great. But that looks decent too. Holy crap, Nickelodeon, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're legitimately surprising me. They've made some okay movies in the past, but this was these look like they're going to be good movies.
Oh, and one more that surprised me. Ninjago.
Yes.
I didn't because I was thinking it was just going to be a movie adaptation of the show. Because there's a CGI Ninjago cartoon that I thought it was just going to be a CGI. No, it doesn't look related to that at all. It looks like the same people who did Lego Batman and the Lego Movie, so it's that sort of humor and stuff.
Right.
And it's the same kind of animation, and it's a standalone story. So holy crap, that actually might be decent.
Okay.
Oh, and the best part is, did you watch the trailer?
No.
Okay, whatever. So it looks like Lego Batman. It looks like, that stuff. It has no connection to the Ninjago like TV show, or at least that's what it looks like. But the best part in the trailer is there's a monster attacking Meowzera, and it's an actual like live action cat. And it's like a cat the size to the the Lego figure, so it's giant, but it's just a cat. It's Meowzera, and it's like, all right, that's what won me over. That was just like, all right, you win, Lego, you win.
You win this time, Lego.
So, final stretch on the trailers. TV shows. Well, I mean, we did tackle some TV shows with the superhero stuff, but we kept that superhero stuff together. Because Gifted was superhero, Inhumans is TV show.
Yep.
But so, Stranger Things season 2. You're currently watching season 1?
Yeah, I know, and people are gonna give me shit for it. I just whenever someone's like, "You have to watch this," I suddenly want to watch it a lot less.
I know the feeling. That's how I was with Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
But Stranger Things is really good. Season 2 looks pretty good. Constant references to the Upside Down.
Yep.
Oh shit! I can't say this without spoiling it. Cover your ears.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! You might hear it. So minute 132. Dean, don't listen. Holy shit! 11's back. Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
I hope you didn't hear that, because it's a huge spoiler for like the last episode of season 1.
We'll wait and see, won't we?
Okay. But it's just something that made me super excited in the trailer, and I'm sure anyone else who is a Stranger Things fan will be excited for it as well.
Yep.
Also, I suck at Dragon's Lair. Have you played Dragon's Lair in the arcade?
Everybody sucked at Dragon's Lair.
Like, it's in the arcade, and I can't even get past like the first screen.
Dude, everybody sucked. I don't. If anybody ever told you they beat Dragon's Lair, they're lying, or they were cheating. Nobody's beaten Dragon's Lair.
Probably. Westworld, which you haven't watched.
I watched most of the first episode on a flight. Thank you.
I thought it was great. The trailer doesn't show us a lot of what's going on. For some reason, there's a tiger washed up on shore. You get to see some of the cooler people. It looks pretty good.
I actually thought was interesting is that this is actually based off an old 60s show, by the way.
Mm-hmm. No, a movie starring Yul Brynner.
Movie, that's right.
The Man in Black. And there's a huge plot twist in there because the Man in Black, spoilers, I guess, but it's like first episode spoilers, so not really spoilers. The Man in Black is a human, but not he's a human in this one, not a robot.
Yeah.
But they make the whole first episode looking like he is a robot, and then you find out no, he's not. He's a human.
Just a really fucked up individual.
And then final 2 that I have, Star Trek Discovery.
Yes.
It feels a little too Battlestar to me.
I'm actually looking forward to this and also dreading it at the same time, simply because in order to watch it, you have to have NBC streaming service, which costs money.
It's gonna fail because of that.
Guys,
nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody's gonna use that.
Guys,
if it's just one channel doing their streaming, it's gonna fail. The only reason HBO works is because people don't want to buy the HBO package.
Yeah, well, because HBO is expensive. Honestly, it's
CBS is a channel everyone gets. I can literally go on my antenna and get CBS.
Yeah, same with NBC. And I was like, if you guys had done a weekly show, you would have me. But honestly, a streaming service, we have a fuck ton of streaming service shows. We have Hulu, Netflix, fucking HBO Go. There's
Amazon
Prime, yeah. We got a bunch to watch. We don't want to add, like, I can speak as a consumer. I don't want to get another subscription for one show.
Yeah. The other things on there is it looks a little too Battlestar Galactica, like new Battlestar.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Also, I am desperately confused by this because it takes place 10 years before the original series. But somehow the Klingons are even more ridgy, but then they become less ridgy, and then become ridgy again.
You know, dude, I don't know what to say because like I'm wondering their timeline too. I was like, does this take place in the original timeline? Is this in the Abrams post?
No, it could be in both because this is before the Shatner one and the Abrams one.
But no, this brings up like a more question because what is it in correlation to the Enterprise series, which the one starred Scott Bakula?
Well, it takes place after that one, so I'm wondering if those two are in the same timeline, and then the timeline gets split. But there's even more questions because it's just like, what's going on here?
Come on, guys. I look forward.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, like I look forward to new Star Trek series. I really do because the movies are great, but sometimes I want to sit there, like once a week, like I used to do, sit down, watch Star Trek like I used to, because Star Trek was a really good series back in the day, with the exception of Voyager.
Voyager was good, man.
I couldn't get behind it.
It wasn't great, but it was good. It was decent.
I could never get behind Voyager, honestly. Like,
Janeway is the worst captain, though.
That's why. Like,
I'm sorry. I know there's Janeway fans out there, but if you compare Janeway to everyone else, Janeway is Picard is best captain.
Yes. Actually, interesting note. They actually said this in Big Bang Theory, which I thought was funny because I've always thought this. Preferred captain is Picard, but preferred series is the original. That was the same for me. Like when they said that in the show, I was like, I already thought that. That's funny.
Like, interesting.
Original series to me was better in the aspect that you can kind of get around its corniness for its adventures that they went through, but I always felt like Picard was the better captain.
And final movie is the new, sorry, not movie, TV show is the Seth MacFarlane,
the
Orville, which it looks like a TV version of Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with this because we're not getting Galaxy Quest again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Seth MacFarlane because he pretty much is only known for like Family Guy and American Dad, which I like.
And Family Guy grates on me.
It was funny and then just went downhill because they just started working way too hard on their character flaws. Way too hard.
It become one note and got to the point where I'm just like, I think I got like one joke per episode that made me kind of chuckle, and that was it.
Yeah.
And even then, it may go like 2 episodes before I got another, that's funny.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. I mean, I like some of his other movies. I haven't seen Ted 2, but the first Ted was pretty good.
1,000 Way to Die in the West was terrible.
Really? I actually kind of liked it.
It was bad. I didn't like it.
Like, I liked it in that parody sense, because they even made fun of, at the very end of the movie, a reference to Back to the Future, which I laughed at. Other than the town would have been Hill Valley in their movie, but whatever. I actually enjoyed it as a comedy and a spoof of westerns.
So, do you have any other trailers you want to talk about?
I believe more or less that's it. Of course, we're gonna miss some because San Diego Comic-Con is the biggest nerd convention in the United States. We're gonna miss something. So much comes out.
So let's get on to this last one. Oh god.
Oh, okay.
We just had a thing about June Lee last week. Last time, not last week.
Last episode, yeah.
So, do you want to do the minor ones before we get to the big one?
Yeah. Okay. So of course there've been a bunch of recent deaths. I'm always bad at screwing up names, or I guess I'm good at it. Some of the people recently died would be like Martin Landau, which he did a lot of voice acting. He was more commonly known for the Mission Impossible television series.
He also did the Mission Impossible television series. He did early seasons of Without a Trace. Yep. He played Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, he passed away on the 15th. He was older though, so it wasn't as big.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What the fuck is that?
There's also John Hurd, who played the father from Home Alone.
Yes. I think he was also in Big. He was the corporate right. He was in Big.
Yeah.
As well, in Prison Break. One of the many actresses in Doctor Who also died.
Yep.
These are all older actors. John Hurd was 71. The guy who voiced, where are you? Red West also died. He was a stuntman and actor. He was 81.
Yep. Oh, there was also a stuntman for The Walking Dead died recently, by the way.
Oh, 2 Doctor Who actors died.
Oh,
Trevor
wow.
Baxter also died.
Oh, wow.
So give me 1 second. I'm trying to find because there's 2 I want to leave for last.
Yeah.
And most of you probably already know who it is. So Harvey Atkin, he was a Canadian voice actor.
Oh, right.
He was he played Morty Melnick in Meatballs.
Yep.
But he was also in Cagney and Lacey and one of the judges in Law and Order.
Yeah.
But what most of you probably remember him from is he was the voice of Sam in Sam and Max.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
He was the voice of King Koopa in all the late 80s, early 90s Super Mario shows, which those are a trip. Like, holy crap. Those are interesting. Swing from side to side. Do the Mario.
Okay, but this is audio format, so no one's going to see it. Hold on.
Do the Mario.
Yeah.
So there's those ones. John Hurd.
Yep.
So I think the last major one. Oh, so the Doctor Who ones. Give me a second. Doctor Who was Deborah Watling,
Mm-hmm.
69, and Trevor Baxter, 84. And then basically the guy who brought the zombie into the modern consciousness. Before him, all the zombies were like voodoo zombies.
Yeah.
He was the one who gives you your modern day zombies. George A. Romero has passed.
Oh yeah, this one hit deep. He was such an acclaimed director, made so many good movies, and when he died, it was inevitable. He died at the age of 77.
But still, he was the last great horror person left, because you've got, Lugosi died.
Yeah. Kubrick.
Vincent Price.
Oh yeah.
Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney. He was the last, this. You think of this person when you think of this type of horror.
Yeah. This one.
Oh shit! Even Wes Craven's dead. Wes Craven died.
What? Where did I
he
miss
died
that?
a couple years ago.
Shit, I missed that one.
He died in 2015.
Well, fuck. Shows you how much I pay attention.
He died. So did I think Clive Barker died as well.
No, not Clive.
Yeah, Clive. Oh no, he's still alive. He's still alive.
Oh, thank God.
Never mind. Okay.
There's one.
He's still alive.
Oh my God.
Clive Barker is still alive.
There could only be one.
So he was one, but yeah, sadly he passed. He had some really the Living Dead movies are great.
Yeah.
Especially Night of the Living and they're all Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Is huge. It's not just a horror movie. It had a African American protagonist.
Yeah. And it was
in the 60s.
Yeah. And it was the first undead zombie movie to really hit box offices and scared the shit out of people too.
Oh yeah, it was. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
But he was great. He basically invented the modern zombie.
Yeah.
So I got a couple ones here that I want to talk about before we get into the really heavy hitting one. Just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. There's a couple dead animals lighten the mood. Ha. Stubbs the cat, the honorary mayor of Talkeetna, Alaska, passed away.
Oh no, not Stubbs.
So, he was the honorary mayor of Telecanetta, Alaska.
The town that elected a cat.
He was only 10. He was, wow, 20 years old. That's an old cat.
That is an old cat.
Wow. Snooty the manatee passed away. It was a male Florida manatee. He was 69. He was the oldest manatee in captivity.
Wow.
And then my favorite one, and I'm sorry saying favorite is the wrong, but I love it. Ben's cat.
What?
American racehorse named Ben's cat. Ben's cat died.
No, not Ben's cat.
That's great, right?
That's fantastic.
His father was Parker's Storm Cat. Parker's Storm Cat. And then his grandfather was just Storm Cat.
Okay. That owner has a weird naming scheme for his horses.
That is great.
Yeah.
So the last one, earlier this week, I don't know about you, but being a teenager in the 2000s, Linkin Park.
Yep.
Whether you make fun of it nowadays, everyone fucking listens to Linkin Park. Yeah, I can joke about the lyrics all day long. They get a little emo-y, but I fucking listen to them.
Yeah.
And Chester Bennington, thank you. Chester Bennington committed suicide.
And
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna say he died. He committed suicide. He hung himself.
yeah, and on Chris Cornell's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, they still had tour dates planned too.
yeah, actually he had plans after. Weirdly enough, he had plans set hours after he hung himself.
So, and it can happen to celebrities like this. It can happen to anyone. It happened to my father. I've known, yeah.
Yeah, and I lost two family members last year to suicide as well. Both of my cousins.
And yeah, my dad killed himself like 2 years ago. It was like when I first moved up to Portland, so I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. But it's basically you make that one choice and it's done. You have that split second. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it can happen to anyone.
It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem, which is not a good thing.
No, it's not. And guys, I know it's hard. I deal with depression stuff my own. I have constant thoughts of doing stuff like that. I from the Geekus Speakus crew, if you need someone, talk to somebody, find a friend, talk to a friend.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and post the number to the suicide hotline. There is the national one, but there's also local ones. There's ones you can text if you don't want to talk. I'm looking at the number right now. It's 1-800. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Go ahead.
It's 1-800-273-8255. And I know it may seem hard, it may seem tough, but think of your loved ones. If you think you're all alone, you're probably wrong. You probably have somebody who will miss you, who will hurt if you do this.
And of course, the hotline is open 24 hours a day. And if you can't call for reason, they have an online chat as well. Suicide is never the answer. So if you ever feel like you're on that precipice, just take a few minutes, call someone, call a friend, call a family member, or at least call the hotline and talk to somebody. Because
yeah. And I'm sorry, guys, for being such a Debbie Downer at the end of this. I hope we get to at least one person.
Yeah. And I'm in the same boat. I mean, I've also had my depression problems, and when I found about this, it's kind of relaxed over the last couple of years, but I am still a Linkin Park fan. So when I found out about this, it hurt a lot, and I was like, Chester had a lot of people to talk to, and he should have. So
Yeah, he should have.
So guys, I'm the same as him. I don't really like to bring down the podcast, but we both felt like this is something that needs to be said. I'll go ahead. I'll give out the number just a second time. It's 1-800-273-8255. Please, if you ever feel like doing it, talk to somebody.
And that is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. There is other ones. There are local ones that you can probably easily just Google, but I don't want to spend 5 hours going through every single one across the country.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone.
And there is that's for America. So if you're listening to us in other countries, there are other ones. But again, it's just a quick Google search.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you probably have a friend who just wants talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Talk to a friend. So yeah. Sorry for bringing everybody down on that. Do we have anything else to say?
I think that's more or less it for this episode.
So I got one more thing on here. We already shilled. There will be no FU me today because our trailer talk was so long. However, I do have a bit of news. I am in talks to somebody about maybe art. Also, we will be moving our stuff over to Podbean because apparently SoundCloud is shutting down.
Yeah, so they've got about 80 days, I think it said. So we'll be moving to Podbean, and eventually we would like to be on other platforms. So look forward to that. We'll be on Google Play and iTunes and whatnot.
I think this may be the last one on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we will be on Podbean.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add there, Brian?
I really don't.
Okay. Well, this is Dean.
And this is Brian.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Have a good rest of your week, and take care of yourself.
Have a beautiful night.
You as well.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode 6. Yes. If you like our show, you can, of course, stay updated on our social media accounts. So you can find us on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/Geekus Speakus. Or you can find us on Twitter at Geekus Speakus. And we're now on Tumblr. Our Tumblr account is geekusspeakus.tumblr.com. So, of course, you can check us out there as well. Feel free to go ahead and contact us anytime you want and give us your opinion or any suggestions. I would like to thank the Spinwires for their song Girls Like You. You can find them on Bandcamp for their newest album. It's a good songs. You should check them out. Good band. Of course, we do appreciate you listening, and we appreciate you telling other people about us. We don't pay to advertise. We're not part of any podcast network, so we appreciate any listeners that we have. Anyway, have a good night.